Ah, welcome, everybody. I'm making an adjustment to my adjustment to my YouTube camera. That'll work. That'll work just fine. And I gotta join my live so I can on my browser so I can see the chat. Erase all. One moment. Eraser. Go. All right. That's paused. Me. My TikTok is still loading. There we go. Hello, Jason Bacon. Welcome. There we go. Now I see it all. I wonder if I should zoom out of it. Maybe. Nah, if I do it like that, people can accidentally give me hearts that won't show. Okay. Going to go ahead and draw for an hour. Perfect. See, and I've got it cropped, so now it'll. I'm going to time Actually, no, I'm only going to work for an hour on it, so I am timing 1 hour now. Jamie said dinner won't take long, so to tell her when I'm wrapping up my hour, and she'll start dinner, like a 5-minute warning kind of thing. We can use our dreams, also visualize. So if I know it rubs in as no, I'm going to focus here on my drawing for a moment. Pardon me. Hold on. There we go. I'm now at that's a very big circle for the crown top. That's okay. I'll be redrawing it. It doesn't need to look perfect now. I'm at the crown. I'm now at the Etch A Sketch on the crown. I'm working on my my next big drawing, which is a self-portrait. So I'm 2 hours into this drawing. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'll be working on this. And the other days, I will be doing my typical request. Now the sleeves on the shirt starts just below the ear, so it's going to start right there. I'm going to pause for a moment. If we get out, here's my reference drawing. I think what I might do is just mark where the sleeve ends. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? Leave all saying. I need another big one. That's what she said. Hold on just a moment. Leave my reference image there. Hey, Lisa Medina! Welcome to YouTube. This is one of my slow days where I'm not taking requests, but working on my next biggest drawing. I can't walk out. Excellent. So this is kind of like a grid effect where I'm marking the X and Y with with Post-it notes, because Post-it notes won't leave a mark, won't ruin my drawing. So this is telling me this is where the sleeve ends. Like that. Is it? Yep, sure enough. Although technically this could probably be a little more free. style. Bump, 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 bump.
Show me the precious collection you have.
Thanks, Medina. Medina. I hope you don't mind me calling you by your last name. Let's see. You know, that wasn't a straight line. Curved. Let's see how I did.
Breaking me. Video game.
Yeah. Why does the name Medina sound so familiar? I don't know. Lisa Medina is her full name, at least on YouTube.
Und dann tired. About the book for the text. Put your discretion.
So why do we do the boys club?
Do you wish me young? But I just keep trying.
All right, so now, let's give this. I guess it doesn't really matter how high it goes. Other than that, and I got to mark where the Etch A Sketch starts. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Why do the good girls always want the bad boys? Do, 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 do. Perfect. Perfection right there. It may not look like it, but it is.
Then I find myself just contradiction.
I feel like it's not as tall. Now I'm second guessing myself. Let's see. Maybe my chin. Wait, which one was that? This chin's a little lower by that much. Do I care? Yes, because the Etch A Sketch needs to be the right measurement. I can't help myself. That far out. Be a lot of editing for this. When I piece this together, do the time lapse, I cut out all the. I used to document everything. Then people go, "Oh, what are the post-it notes for?" What? And I got just tired of explaining. Thanks for the follow, Jeremy. A little. It is him, Bella. That's right. That doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. It's not centered. I'm measuring it to my drawing, but my head doesn't seem to be matching my drawing. So do I make myself wider? I think I need a new one. Let's get this one. This is what I should have done. I should have measured where the middle of my chin is, right there. Well, let's get back up. Let's go back up to my face. This is, I think it's um, the artist is David Garrett. David Garrett, I believe, is a violinist or cello or something like that. So I shouldn't be darkening these lines if I'm going to correct it. Although I like, hold on. All right. So lesson learned. I need to measure the shirt based on. I like that. I like that. That is. Oh, see, this is also David Garrett. Violin. Yeah, I was right. Same album. Just happens to be back to back. Hi, Zoinkarts. Don't really want that to be super dark either, but here we are. I think that looks right there. This is what I'm going to do. Oh, did I want that? Where's my drawing? Oh, I see. Hey, Paul. Walker fan. You're not really Paul. You're a Paul Walker fan. All right, now that I've got that centered, that's when I need to, not that one. Do, 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 do. And I wish this one wasn't so. That's okay though, Will. Oh man, it's off by quite a bit. So I'm gonna hope to lesson learned. I could just make my arm longer like that. And then this side goes here. So people ask, what are you doing when you make a mistake? Right now, I'm retracing my steps. And making some corrective moves here. It's double right now, but my shirt is going to have a pattern on it, so it's going to cover up some of these lines. I plan on having something in the background, although I didn't really plan on having anything right there. Haven't had time to work on the worm. Well, this drawing is going to be slow and steady, so no rush. No rush there, Faye. Faye is working on helping design an aspect of the drawing. So that's fun. Faye is one of my moderators, and she has been to most of my lives for the last year. When I say most, we're talking very high percentage. Yeah, thanks, Jason. Jason Bacon on TikTok says, I like. And of course, I say, it likes you. That's what I say. It's like that. Whoops. Nice. And then this goes just nice, just like that. Why are you on it, Leaky? Why do you say delete TikTok and you're on TikTok? That's hypocritical. Right. Well, doesn't matter now. They're gone. Hey, Michael. Thanks for dropping by. Help keep your mind off of things for a bit. I think we'll go here. Yeah. I think what I might do. Everything is. Talk about making a rough sketch of something. I'm definitely feeling a lot more comfortable with taking chances with my lines. Hope I don't regret it. Got to get back to work tomorrow. Okay. It was me? What? Hey, Rocco, welcome back. This is one of my slow. Oh, I posted Ren and Stimpy this afternoon, earlier today. I don't know if you caught that. There we go. I like that. Yeah. Oh, hey, look, it's Mammoth. Hello, and Funny Bagels. I'm not taking any requests, Mammoth. I'm just working on this for an hour today. I'm not doing requests. Ab VR. You had a different name, didn't you? I knew a different VR. All right, I'm going to pause here for a moment. Crystal Pocket Etch A Sketch from Ace Hardware today. A Crystal Pocket Etch A Sketch. So, like, is the frame like is the frame clear or something? What makes it a crystal? I think I'm gonna mark. Hmm. Hmm. Working 19 minutes and getting a shape outline. It's gonna take my sweet ass time on this drawing because I want it to turn out really well. So this is gonna be, it probably will take longer than 24 hours. Looks like the character's common side effect. Hmm. Ace Hardware. I'm going to have to look up Ace Hardware's website to see what you're talking, to see if they have it on their website. That's okay, Pars. I've only been on for 21 minutes. I'm only on for an hour. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I work on my big drawing, which currently is my self-portrait. So what I have is a pencil reference drawing. Yeah, this, it. Very good, Michael. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. So I've got that reference image to scale. So what I'm doing is kind of like an XY basis here. All right, now I need to look at my drawing to see.
If I'm cultured, my words will somehow garner respect. How would that
Focus on this for a second here. Right around there. No face cam, no, because it'll block. Because it's the big Etch A Sketch, and I'm not using my green screen. And I turn that light off. So no, when I do the big drawings, I don't use my face cam.
take a break and put me responsible. I will surely be sought after all time. If I need assistance, then I must be capable. If that dimensions, then I don't.
B-Rad, I'm not taking any requests. That's in my TikTok description. I don't use the green screen because I don't want it to reflect either on my drawing. Now I could. Oh shoot, where am I? There.
Don't strike on the if I keep my mouth shut, the board will not have to be broken. If I am vulnerable, I will be trampled upon.
So what's fun about the time lapse is these lines are going to suddenly just pop up. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's going to go so fast. It'll just look like time lapse. When you get a chance, can you bring up the paper image so I can show it to Marshall? Yeah. Hey, guy. Hey, Aaron. Thank you. What I can do for YouTube is I could pull up my reference image, so you have that on the top corner like I usually do. You can see me in the YouTube reflection. Trying to stay out of the TikTok. The TikTok footage again is going to be for my time lapse video, so I'm trying not to be in the reflection the best I can. Nice. I think I'm going to try to work it out where I do the actual circle too. All right. Is Marsh ready? I'll go ahead and let me do that. Just so new sub. Thanks, guy. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, the clock was actually a gift from the Etch A Sketch company. It's made by Mighty Mojo Toys in cooperation with the Etch A Sketch company, but it actually was a gift to me. It's a real working digital watch. I'm pulling up. I'm showing my drawing for Marshall, but I'm also pulling up my reference image to share while I'm drawing on YouTube. I wonder if I should.
Come to.
Oops. All right. Let's see how that looks. That works. You got it. Oh, gotta go. Bye, Aaron. All right, now it goes this high. That's this round. Oh. This is right. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't usually watch my lives, this is one of the slower ones where I'm working on this drawing for hours. Do this Tuesdays and Wednesdays because I don't get as much of an audience during that time. Is that on my phone? It is. Oh, but I would like this one too. Oh, that's good. Let's go that way. Hey, Leslie Gonzalez on YouTube. How many of these do I own? Combined drawing with drawings and without drawings, I definitely have over 100. Last I counted was in the 90s, but I've bought quite a few pocket sizes since then for commission drawings and things like that. So, but I've been drawing on the Etch A Sketch, I'm going on 30 years, if you didn't hear that spiel yesterday. So I have quite a collection. This one specifically was gifted to me from the company in 2020 for the 60th. It's the 60th anniversary Etch A Sketch. There we go. That'll work. Now I can work with that. So the sticky notes. This is a scale. This is a pencil drawing that I did. There's a scale reference to the size of the screen, to the size that I'm wanting the drawing to be in the end. It looks like I'm a little wider than I planned on it. but it's kind of like a grid where I'm measuring how wide it is, and I measured how tall it is, and now I'm recreating that. It's 30 years celebration stream. Well, no, because it's not 30 years yet. 2025 will make 30 years, but it wasn't until the end of November, right around Faye's birthday. That doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. Of course, it's not a perfect circle. It doesn't have to be, but I'm just trying to get the proportions right. So usually I say I'm going on 30 years because the 30 years doesn't really count until the end of November. Well, I mean, when it hits definitely, I will have to. Oh, well, thank you, Guy. I actually know some Etch A Sketch artists who literally will draw an erasable grid, like with um, um, on the screen. Like it's erasable, but they'll draw a grid and then have a grid reference image off to the side. That's their technique. I think what I'd like to do is go ahead and go to the other hand, the other arm. If I can get that done, then I will. So what I'm doing is get the general lines done, get the general drawing done. He salutes as he says general. And then I can go back and do details. Like the crown has a lot of detail that I have not done. My shirt's going to have a pattern on it, which is going to hide some of these test lines that I've done. I like that circle. That was pretty good. Is there a way to donate on YouTube? Yes, there's supposed to be something. I gotta go, man. Okay, bye, guy. Thank you. I was trying to figure that out. There's supposed to be a way where I can set up gifting on YouTube. If you commission a piece, I do commission drawings. People just message me and say, "Hey, I want you to draw this." And for my pocket size, the little size, I charge $50 plus shipping, and that's preserved and in the shadow box. But yeah, I haven't been able to figure out yet how you can just gift me on my live or whatever on YouTube. Have to look it up or figure it out someday. All right, we're going to stop here to figure out where the other circle is going to be. Come and play. Everything's A-okay. Friendly neighbors. So it should be the same height. Even if it's not, we're going to say it is. See, the circle really wasn't as high as I made the other one. It was really about there. We're going to go here, like this. Yeah, if I did the Muzan drawing really well and I liked it, yeah. There's not really a way. There's not really a way to message somebody on YouTube. If you're on any other social media, I'm there as Etch Artist. If you go to my website, etchartist.com, there's a link on every page to all of my social media except for TikTok. Notice you have a hard time saying my name. You just call you Par. Yeah, I'm like Parzival. I have to read the letters every time. Just call you Par. I'm happy with that. That'll make it easier for me. I love that I'm having a conversation with somebody on YouTube and not just um oh, I should leave that. Oh, but I can't. Ah, poopy on a stick. Par. Thanks for the follow, Trent, on TikTok. Away. I'm gonna have to find some other videos to post too. I'm only gonna have this one for tomorrow. There. Oh, hey. Oh, I did want to do this first. Oh, let's do this. Okay. I'll go here. So I'm talking about Par, if you do have like Facebook, Instagram, even on Twitter. I don't know if you can send messages on Twitter, can you? I don't know. But oh, I didn't check in with my wife. I'm going to tell her 35 minutes. Give me a second. By the way that you need to talk, I can know by the way that you man, I can go here. 35 minutes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. Which is the it's just gone, my daddy gone. Oh, my daddy gone. It's gone, my daddy gone. It's gone, my daddy gone. It's gone. I've never worked for Etch A Sketch now. It's just a coincidence. I had an Etch A Sketch when I was a kid, and when the first Toy Story movie, oh, give me a second here. Damn it! My fan is blowing it off because it's not sticking that way. I'm not going to tell a story right now. I need to focus. Hey, go get her. This is going to look at first, but just bear with me. Trust the process. Speed. All right, you need to slow down, Park, because you're saying a lot of shit I want to tell stories about, and I'm focusing on my drawing. That's yes, no. Wishing mother was sorry told. Hope I'm dreaming of day. This really like how the other arm turned out. All right, let me slow down here. First of all, let me give you the quick answer. They do send me care packages every July 12th. July 12th is the anniversary of the Etch A Sketch, and they do send me care packages. Did you not hear me say that this is one they gave me? They gave me this one that I'm using in 2020 in honor of the 60th anniversary of the Etch A Sketch. This year's the 65th anniversary, so I'm really hoping to get a good care package. So I had an Etch A Sketch when I was a kid, but I didn't really know that I could do what I could do until I was 24. When the first Toy Story came out, my mom took out our old Etch A Sketch. Oh, I went to visit my parents, and my brother came with his family to visit as well. And to entertain my nieces and nephew, I drew a picture of Woody and looked at it. I'm like, you know what? I think I can do this. And so that's when I learned I have this way of thinking. Or you just think of the lines and my hands will do it. So I'm not sure if I could have done this when I was young because I didn't discover it until I was 24. For the first few years, I would just draw a picture, take a picture of it with a film camera before there were digital cameras even, and erase it and then do it again. Then there was one drawing I did of the Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany, and I'm like, I don't want to erase this. And that's when I started to take it a little more seriously. Like, you know what, maybe I could get a collection going and or take it a little more seriously and save these drawings. And I still have that first Etch A Sketch and the drawing on it. It's hanging on my wall in the living room. And then later, um, I um, redrew that castle drawing, like remade that drawing in my current skills. And I don't think it is a posted drawing. Actually, though, the drawing itself is a pin drawing in my TikTok account. All right, that's how wide it is. Hello, Lisa H. Welcome. Yeah, so the first drawing of the castle was a 3-hour drawing. I think my second one was maybe 6. There we go. You already said hi, Leslie. Did you leave and come back? No, I don't know. My living room wall, I have about 45 of my drawings hanging on my living room wall. But I don't keep a head count. I just draw and keep drawing. When I moved from California to Nevada, I did a head count at that time of how many Etch A Sketch, because I keep getting asked, how many do you have? How many do you have? So I did a head count of my Etch A Sketches at that time. But even then, I think that was like 85 or something around there. Okay. All right. Now, what other detail? Oh, hmm, I don't know about this arm. What's my arm look like? I can look at my reference image now. 42. I do like this. All right. I'm very happy how this turned out. Now, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to go ahead. Um, I'm going to go ahead and do the inner frame. Yo, King. King is on TikTok. What's up, man? What's up, King? Let me measure. Kona. Dog is here. I didn't even know it. Is that going to be big enough? Maybe. It is a cool hobby. This is what relaxes me. I had a very stressful day today at work. This is how I chill. This is how I chill. And most of my drawings, even, I spent 24 hours on a Spider-Man drawing. Someone did say they wanted to buy it from me, but really, I would have drawn it either way. They haven't bought it from me, but but this is well, most of my drawings are from my own collection. In fact, I have so many here in my art studio that I don't have up on display that I'm starting to bring them to work to have on display in my office at the office. Nice. 43 minutes. I'm giving a report to my wife because then she'll know when to start dinner, which is nice of her to be considerate of my time. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Then my post-it has boobies. Think of my picture. I've got boobies. So stupid. Did I censor this? It doesn't look like I did. Oh well. In the end, we're not going to tell. You're not going to know if this is centered or not. Is this? Let's draw it here. Thanks for the follow. How are you? On TikTok. That's pretty good. As I look at the Photoshop reference image with the actual picture of the Etch A Sketch and myself, I probably should be. Oh, I see. The one that starts C. TikTok's not going to let you say that word. Okay. But I'm looking at the photo reference, and I really should do like the shadow of the inside of the Etch A Sketch, that kind of thing. I wonder if I should go ahead and do. Didn't realize how hard scratching all the powder off the screen is until you're trying to do it. I'm serious. If it's the pocket size, like what I do the quick drawings on, if it's a pocket size, it took me 20 minutes. It's not an easy task. People are like, oh, it'll be really cool. Sure, but it does take a long time to get there. There we go. And then top. That's here. Gotta look unique here. This is the music from the Indiana Jones ride. Right there. Yeah. So what'll be fun is later tonight I will go through this footage, speed it up, and then I will edit out all of those little blips of post-it notes and any hand gestures like this, 'cause that just looks weird in stop motion. And then I speed up every hour. I speed up to 5 seconds, and so at the end, the final time lapse video is going to be a collection of 5 second hours, however many hours. So if it took me 10 hours, just for easy math, if it took me 10 hours to draw, that would be 50 seconds worth of footage. Where's that? There it is. Put 30 years between the white knobs in cursive would be kind of cool. Well, this is a self-portrait that I want to do, that I want to keep as my profile picture for years. So I don't want to restrict myself to 30 years on the drawing. You know what I mean? Then I see. Used to have one of your dog broke it. Oh, your full size, Michael. Yeah, you're a glutton for punishment if you're wanting to scrape off a full size. I think that lines up better. There we go. Um, yeah, there's a lot that's not pictured in the photo reference. All the background behind the Etch A Sketch is gonna be filled with a pattern of just stuff that represents me. Like I used to perform as Beetlejuice at Universal Florida, so there'll be something Beetlejuice in the background. My daughter said I had to have a mascot, and she came up with the Etch A Worm. It's a worm with glasses who draws on the Etch A Sketch. I love this. That turned out great. Gotta go. Okay, bye, Demon. Thanks for loving it, and thanks for the follow. Ooh, that makes sense. I thought you did a self-portrait and changed your profile. No. In fact, my current one is not a drawing. My current profile picture is a Photoshop selfie to make it look like a self-portrait. And I did that 5 years ago. I've had the same, and people say, "Did you draw your profile picture?" I have to say, no, I didn't. It's Photoshop. So that's what this is for. This is to be my profile picture for the next 5+ years. No, I barely have time to do these big drawings. There's no way I'd have time to do a self-portrait every year. I only do 2 or 3 a year. Little beat up, maybe just a little bit green. Big drawings, that is. It's not started, babe. Although I knocked out Jack and Sally drawing in 1 month. I'll be thrilled. We got 10 minutes to go. I'm thrilled because it looks like I'm going to be able to finish the frame of the Etch A Sketch. That's awesome. And then pretty much I don't think I'll need to do any more measuring, except for spelling magic screen, because it does actually say magic screen. We still have some. This one's too messy. I think I need a on either side of my head a magic Etch A Sketch screen. You can't see the word Etch A Sketch, which is funny. It's going to say magic screen. But it's because it says magic screen that I got to meet Paul Lewis. So there we go. Thanks for the follow, Tim. Oh, Timmy's sharing. Thanks for sharing the live on TikTok, Timmy. TikTok, Timmy. Still found down, he says, sweetheart, better go. So what I'm doing is I'm going to measure. Where am I? We're going to measure the bottom of the Etch A Sketch first. It's this high. So let's go. Where am I? That's perfect. And I can go ahead and cut across the bottom of the circle. Oh, that's pretty close. It's pretty lined up. Now, it is. Yes, 500 points to Lisa H for guessing this is Jewel singing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Magic Screen sounds like the name of an off-brand. It does. It sounds like the name of an off-brand Etch A Sketch. That's perfect. And then does it go? Yeah, it does. It goes straight up like this. Watch out, hand. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw across my hand like that because I can retrace the hand and it'll push the powder across that line that I just did. All right, now let's measure this way to say this is how tall it will be. So if you haven't figured out the orange line on my pencil drawing, the orange is this border that I've drawn on the Etch A Sketch. I've measured how big that is. So then I'm measuring from the distance from that border. Hey, Kason. Good to see you. Came out of left field. That's funny. Have you ever attempted to use an off-brand to see? I believe so. I think I've got one off-brand myself. Just wasn't a fan. I'm gonna stop there and backtrack, which helps because it'll darken this line. Then I think I'm gonna retrace my hand. Then I can mess with all this later. I'll be adding a lot more detail, so now I'll be able to go back. I might start with I don't know, maybe I won't do the detail on the crown if I'm going to do a shake and shading thing. I don't know. We'll see. What's going on with the yogurt? Are you going to finish it today? Oh, heck no. Heck no. I have to do all the shading. I'm going to be adding stuff all around the border. Well, I really didn't want to point. No, I've got hours to go. I'm going to be doing textures. I'm going to make the knobs look three-dimensional. This is just the line. Just a line drawing. This is only the third hour. I plan on it's probably going to take me at least 24. That's my guess. Yeah, maybe not since I'm freestyling most of this. Old wise man from RuneScape? No, it's me, Krusty. What's the quality difference? Like how crisp the lines are, how well it erases. Yo, I see. Yeah, no, I'm going to put a whole bunch of stuff in the background behind the Etch A Sketch that represents me, like something Beetlejuicy. Beetlejuicy. So far, really, all I've got is something Beetlejuice and something with the Etch A Worm character that Emily made up. To you, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Oh, that's maybe sometime I can set aside the off-brand one I have and show it off during a different live when I'm doing requests. So this is what I plan on doing tomorrow as well, just so you know. Thanks, Amanda. Thought it was these people who died, the singer. Oh, that's Weird Al for the tunes. It's an original song from his very first album, actually. Weird Al Yankovic's self-titled album called Happy Birthday. Satire about so. Satire about enjoy your birthday, the world is going to end. Excellent. Look at that. Yeah, White and Nerdy is a great song. Hey, Michaela! Old Wise Man's crown is blue, though. Oh, but how do you know what color it is, the Old Wise Man? Well, he is old. Thanks, Kason. I appreciate that. I am an old wise man. There is room without This is perfect stopping place, though. So yeah, like I said, there's going to be a lot of going back and doing details. In fact, I'll probably stop here. So what I do is when I stop in the middle of a drawing, I'm going to take a picture of it. So I'm not going to leave the post-it there. But when I do, I'm actually, where am I going to leave this? You might, your letter. You might refuse. TikTok wants me to prove that I'm still active. Give me a second. TikTok, I'm talking to you. Give me a moment here. Look, be a lady tonight. Where do I want to leave this? I think I'll leave it at the bottom right. Tonight. At this rate, I'll. All right, hold on. Oh, slide a puzzle piece. Yay, we're back to that. I am going to go ahead and work my way to the outer frame so I don't have to worry about where I left off. Let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you treat the guys you've been with. Ah, nice. It is. I'll give you 1,000 points for that, Lisa. No, this is actually Frank Sinatra. Richard Cheese just sounds like Frank Sinatra, or he tries to have that style. This is actually the old crooner himself. He doesn't wonder. Hey, Chloe. And put on some other guy's nights. Let's keep this party light. Oh, time's up. My sight. That was my hour. How perfect. Stick with me. You came in with. All right, now I'm back on the outer frame. Now I don't think I will need to use a single post-it again, which will be easier for my video editing. Ta-da! All right, so let me show you all. Oh, you totally missed it, Chloe. No, you did say Frank. You get the full 1,000. I saw you. You said Frank Sinatra, and then you said "Like Be a Lady." No, but it was Amanda who said Richard Cheese. All right, toss that. So this is what I was going to say. When I walk away from a drawing, I've got my little arrow to point where my stylus is. So if I were to finish right there, that's what I would have done. When you treat other be a lady. So let me talk about that. Chloe just asked what else I have to do. All right. So here's the pencil drawings. Okay, let me, for the sake of sanity and TikTok, let me fix their camera so they can see it upright. And then you can see it upright. Check it out. I love how it's turned out. Let's straighten this out. Okay, so I made this drawing. Oh, here's some different head tests that I did. I chose the bottom one of these three. This is the most realistic. Well, this was realistic, cartoony, and somewhere in between. All right, so here's the original. So I'm going to be going back to see how the knobs, look in real life. You see the knobs you can't. There we go. The knobs have these ridges. I'm going to make it look three-dimensional. I'm also going to add shadow around the frame, like it is here in the drawing. The head ended up bigger than I planned, but there it is. Oh well. So I'm going to do shadows around here. I want to draw like stairs on the background. That'll be funny. I'm going to write magic screen. So the shading on here. I'm going to make a pattern on the shirt. I got to finish detail on the crown. And then this entire background is going to be filled with stuff that represents me. And probably somewhere in the background, maybe even on the crown. No, crown would be too obvious. Somewhere in the background, I'll hide my initials. That's just flirting. That have things about it. Wait, what do you mean? Are you going to do like the details in the back that have things about you? Oh, yeah, things that are about me. I guess he said that in his comments. So yeah, a lot more to do. So I'm going to do a pattern on the shirt, detail on the crown, write magic screen, details on the knobs, and then I'm going to figure out what all I'm going to fill out here. Do something Beetlejuice because I used to perform as Beetlejuice. It was my favorite job. There's going to be a worm. It's my mascot, the Etch A Worm. I have a Pez dispenser collection. I actually let me take this drawing. This drawing, I wanted to do like a Where's Waldo type drawing. Let me back up on TikTok. There we go. This is a 3D printed stand for Etch A Sketches. Um, I wanted to do like a Where's Waldo drawing, and so I drew all of these things: our characters, celebrity, and me. I'm right here, right there. That's me drawing on Etch A Sketch with Beetlejuice, Pez, Garfield, Alf. These are all things like from my childhood and growing up. This is supposed to be more, but it's in the style of the yeah, no, as in I performed Beetlejuice while you added color to the Etch A Sketch. No, that must be an optical illusion. Something is reflecting off it to make it look like it. That's not really a fun fact, Michaela. This is about me, not about the old wise old man. So, um, no, I did not add color to it if it looks like it's colored. So yeah, so I might look at this and think about different things. Now, see, like this is my friend Chad. These are my parents. This is my daughter. This is my son, my wife, Weird Al Yankovic. So there's a whole bunch of different things here. It's not all. We got Pee Wee, we've got Death Star, we've got Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Mary Poppins, Herbie, Cylon from the old school Battlestar Galactica. Oh, I was holding up the drawing. Are you talking about this? This is the photograph. This is the actual photo. Yeah, Kermit the Frog on a log. Yeah, really. It's almost, but I wanted to do a Where's Waldo. See, in fact, Waldo's in there. And it really is a Waldo picture. I've also got a couple. This is the Princess Etch, Princess Etch, Jane. And this is the amazing Etch Man. So those are both some Etch A Sketch friends of mine I put in there. So one of my first jobs was working at Little Caesars. So I used to draw Smurfs all the time and Garfield when I was a kid. Talking about pencil drawings. Oh, and I also used to draw the Ninja Turtles a lot. Got Luke Skywalker. Rocketeer. Love that movie. Oh, this is also the Bearded Border, another Etch A Sketch friend. So anyway, so I'm thinking something like that as far as the background goes. Oh, and the mask? Um, I'm pretty sure. Yes, yes, yes. Right here is the mask. Yeah, absolutely. How about you put your initials in the Etch A Sketch on the crown? You know what? That's not a bad idea, Leslie. I like that. So Leslie on TikTok was saying I should put my initials right there in the crown. Yeah, Three Amigos. Love Three Amigos. I started to do a comic of that movie, but I gave up. Soon after I had done the comic for Pee Wee's Big Adventure, I started doing one for Three Amigos. All right. Well, that's about it for today, folks. Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, I always wanted to do one, so that was my attempt at my own little version of Where's Waldo with my own favorite stuff. So, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn on. Hey, it's me. Oh, see, that's not bad. Oh, but see, without the green screen, it doesn't cover up. Sorry, I'm showing everybody this is my YouTube channel. Um, I decided to come on camera and say hi. But yeah, without my green screen, it doesn't hide this huge square either. Um, but I'll say goodnight to YouTube. Um, I'll come back tomorrow. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays I work on this drawing. So I'll come back tomorrow. Gonna start working on some of the details of it. I'm not sure. I think I might start with magic screen words and then the knobs, the detail on the knobs. We'll see where I go from there. We'll see where I go from there. We're gonna see how I can take this mistake. Um, this little miscalculation line and hide that. This miscalculation line, oh, let me hide me again. This miscalculation line is on the inside of the shirt, so the pattern I draw for the inside of the shirt is going to be able to hide that. But this one's right in the middle. Maybe I'll make, I don't know. I don't know. But I might do my shadow effect. I plan on it where I do the slight shake, so I just won't do that. Yeah. All righty. Oh, that's right.